Welcome, welcome. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take your time. What do you think meditation is? Sitting quietly and listening to your own heartbeat, your own breath as you inhale and exhale, listening to your own mood. Listen to that, and you will know yourself, and you'll begin to appreciate who and what you are. And that is the evidence of self-love. Self-love is invisible. People say, well, why would she let her boss treat her like that? Why would she let her kids treat her? She must not love herself. It's not that she doesn't love herself. It's that she's not listening to herself. You see, because we do know what we want, but sometimes we're willing to compromise from a place of fear. Now, if you were listening to yourself, you would recognize when you were walking with fear. And you would catch yourself and say, wait a minute, that's a fear right there. I don't want to walk from fear. What fear am I walking under? The fear of rejection? No. Who's going to reject me? I cannot be rejected. Well, that would mean I'm waiting for someone else to accept me. The only person who can accept me is me. And I project acceptance out into the world. Whew, dodge that one. Oh, here comes a piece of self-love. That's some self-love for you. But listen, I trust that it makes Flo smiles, rest in bitch. I love it. Rest in bitch face, right? I get it. That's hilarious. And yes, Miss McQueen, when people say focus on yourself, they don't tell you what that means to focus on oneself. And I just told you what it means to focus on oneself is to listen to you instead of comparing your existence to the existence of others. That's what to focus on oneself means. How can you grow and learn when you're busy thinking that you should be ahead just where somebody else is? You've heard the saying, the race is not for the swift, but for the one who endures. What the hell does that even mean? The one who endures? Yes, the one who is patient, the one who is deliberate in their actions. To say, you know what? I'm going to do it this way. I did it my way. You know, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra. It's early, don't come for me. That's my resting singing voice. Tee-hee. So when you focus on yourself, it means it is your opinion that you are seeking. Well, if I do it this way, this is going to happen. That's to focus on yourself, to recognize that it is you who sets the pathway for your life. Focusing on yourself means you observe what your habits are, because your habits, the habits make the man, or the woman. Why is that? Because the thing that you do over and over and over is the thing that you are. And the thing that you are is the thing you live out, and the thing you live out is your destiny. Thereby, you. Well, how do you describe somebody? By what they do. That's how you describe someone. Oh, when somebody gives a eulogy, George was a good man. Meanwhile, somebody in the congregation is saying, "Oh yeah, sure he was. You don't know what George did to me. You don't know what George said to me." Oh, we always describe the actions because the action is the evidence of the mental attitude. So today, my beautiful friends, don't let me natter on. How do you apply self-love? Through action. The moment that you say to yourself, what would I be doing if I were the man or the woman I wanted to be? Do you hear the question? What would I be doing? In order to do, you must be. Oh, Angela, that is so cliche. Well, if you're not kind, you can't act out kindness. You can't do kindness. You have to be kind in order to do kind. Why do you think we say, oh my God, what a jerk? Because he was mean. He was mean, so he did mean things. So when you hear you gotta be rich to be rich, it means one must have security in themselves. Why? Because rich is just money, but what is the action of richness? What is the action of wealth? It is security. You can walk anywhere and do anything. You can pull a Bezos and shut down all of Italy if you want to. See, now we would call that audacity. But that audacity came from the security in his pocketbook. But you see, you and I don't have to be secure in a pocketbook because a pocketbook could be burned up. We are secure in the knowledge that as I become, then I do. And that as I choose to be, that is the action I will do. You see, it is the security in the knowing that what you plant, you will reap. That is the security because you know it doesn't matter what you reap. What matters is you are going to plant, thus you will reap. That is the security that we hold fast to because it does not waver. It cannot be washed away in a tsunami. It can't be burned up in a forest fire. It can't be eaten by locusts. So your ability to change from what you presently are by deciding what you want to become, you decide what you want to become based upon the actions you want to do. So if you want to become a particular thing, I want to be bold, but then you got to do bold. What is bold? Well, bold is confident. So how does one become confident? Practice confidence. What does confidence looks like? I can walk with my shoulders upright and back. I can look anybody in the eye. I can speak. Listen, you've ever been to Toastmasters? You might not know what Toastmasters is. It's a club to learn how to speak in public. What do you think they do when they go there? Practice speaking in public. What, you thought it was something else? They want to be confident in speaking in public. So what do? Practice speaking in public. So, what do you want to do? That is self love in action. Doing and becoming what you say you want to be. It has nothing to do with a soft life. A soft life is based on material things. Material things are the expression of internal. Listen, I'm not going to holler at anybody's child today. I'm done hollering at people today. So when you go out in this world today, when you make your way out in this world, perhaps you're already in it. You know, you're up and about. Instead of asking yourself how you want to be treated, my grandfather said, behave the way you want to be treated. You see, we look too much outside of ourselves for the approval of others. The only approval that matters. See, you hold self approval. Approve your own self. When you approve yourself, what are you holding within you? Approval. And as within, what? So without. If you judge yourself because nobody wants to be my friend, nobody cares about me, I'll be lonely forever. If that is the attitude you are walking with and living with, what must your fruit be? Loneliness. You can't be walking around singing, lonely, I'm so lonely, don't have nobody. You walk around singing that. This is why Mahalia Jackson never sang the blues. She said, I don't have them. Every time I turn on a country song, somebody's telling me they can't make it through the day without a drink. What? I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Listen, I'm not saying he don't have mad skills as a songwriter. He does. But look at where he's writing from. Every single one of his songs. And I like him as an artist. I do, because he's got a nice voice. But I always ask myself, every single song I listen to, I'm like, dude, you chasing women away. I think he's married though. I'm like, what are you singing though? What are you singing? And that's sometimes what we do. We feel sad, so we turn on a sad song, thereby increasing the sadness that we feel, thereby feeling worse. Stop it. You want self-love? Look in the mirror. Oh, but Angela, there's nothing beautiful about me. Again, that comes from 8 billion voices in society telling you what beauty is. They're only telling you what they perceive beauty to be. Listen, my gap is 5 millimeters wide. Oh, yes, it is. And I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. But that's my smile. It's mine. And every time I turn around, somebody's got this Hollywood smile, a whole row of glistening white teeth. And I'm like, dude, shit only gets that white when you bleach it, thereby weakening the enamel, making yourself susceptible to what now? Cavities. And what happens? You gonna have to go get porcelain put in. Oh, that's okay. I'll keep my gap. I'm good. I'll keep them. I don't need those problems. Because we're chasing a mirage of perfection. When in actuality, you are perfection itself. How are you perfection itself? You exist. You exist. That is what makes you perfect. You exist. Do you not know that you are the thought of someone? Oh, oh. As within, so without. Well, we are without, are we not? We're on the outside. So, uh, where are we within? Oh, we don't stop to think about that, but we stop to think about, is this person gonna like me? If you turn your eyes inward to appreciate what and who you are now holding appreciation in your bosom. And because you are holding appreciation in your bosom, as within, so without. Not only will you appreciate yourself, but because you are moving and walking and talking from a place of appreciation, you appreciate others, thereby they appreciate you. You reap what you have sown. I know I say bosom all the time. I'm not talking about bosom as in, breasts. I'm talking the chest, where your heart is. Hmm? So today, my beautiful friends, if you celebrate yourself, celebrate myself. Yes. Sprinkle, sprinkle some confetti as you walk. Shoot, you can sprinkle some rose petals as you walk. Metaphorically speaking, because who wants to clean it up, right? Which means, how am I going to talk to myself today? Catch yourself as you speak to yourself. When you go through this day, how many times did you tell yourself, "Ugh, you can't do that? It's gonna take too long. You don't have the resources. You don't. You don't." How many times did you say that to yourself? Pay attention and see how much time you say it to yourself, and then you will understand why your day went the way it did. And then pretend you're at Toastmasters. What do they do at Toastmasters? Learn how to speak in public. Learn how to act with confidence. So practice speaking to yourself in a way that does what? Edifies, that raises yourself up instead of beating yourself down. And when you look out into the world of relationships, you will not be saying crazy things. There aren't any good men in the world. There's no good women in the world. You will not be saying that. Kevin Samuels spoke to this world from a place of hurt. Go back and listen to any one of his videos, and you will understand he spoke from a place of hurt. And we got a whole generation of people living from that place of hurt and wondering why they're single, wondering why they're lonely. Take your time and recognize that as you are within, that is what you project on the outside. And we keep saying, don't project your stuff on me. But we're deaf. Because how can you say, don't project your stuff on me, and then not understand that everything emerges from within the self? But you see what we do, and I'm a land here. What we do is judge the experience we're having. We say, but why would they treat me this way? Why would my mother treat me this way? Why would my man treat me? Why would my woman treat me this way? But they must not love me. And we begin to take that on and see ourselves as some kind of a failure, somehow wanting or lacking. That is the wrong perspective. You don't see yourself as lacking. If you see yourself as lacking and you start judging yourself, well, maybe I wasn't good enough. Now, what do you start to do? Well, I wasn't good enough. So, what do you start to do now? Think about that. You walk around telling yourself, well, maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. What do? You start making compromises to please someone else. Underneath the clever disguise Of what? Bettering yourself. But in actuality, you are judging yourself, trying to please someone else. Look at where it's coming from. But what did I do wrong? I gotta try harder. All the while trying from a place of where? Not being good enough. How will you ever get good enough if you plant not good enough? You know what? I'm done. I'm done hollering at you guys this morning. I got one phone about to die. I trust that today, God help us all. YouTube is telling me I spoke for an hour and 2 minutes and 9, 10. Oh my God. I'm done. Who's here? K-Frame says I'm late as hell, but I'm here. Ow. K-Frame. I see you, baby. Beloved love troll, I see you here in these Twitter streets. Ow. It's good to see you. Fan base. Flo Smiles is here. Ray Ray, Moon, Dolphin Duck, Miss McQueen, and my sweet KZ. You guys are here. Well, look, we know Lil Bit's here, and Lady and Biscuit are here too. So today, this may not have been what you signed up for, to hear about self-love. But I'm trying to show you. The power is in you. Just pay attention to what you're doing. And you'll see it for yourself without judgment. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love you. Look for the evidence of it, and you'll see it. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the beautiful day, because it is. And listen to your own still small voice. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Fanbase, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much, 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 much love to you all.